Hey y'all, it's Gabby G, and I'm back again with another video. So today, I came to talk about hair growth, just hair growth in general. About 2 years ago, May 2018, I did my big job. I got pretty much all my heat damage cut off, and for me that was a lot. Even though some people cut off their whole head, I didn't do that. I just cut off what I felt like was the most damaged parts. Fast forward 2 years later, this is what my hair looks like now. It's grown, I feel like, a pretty good amount. Over the past 2 years, I've researched a lot into ways to help grow my hair and keep my hair healthy, so I figured I would share with y'all the things that worked for me in growing my hair and just retaining the length of my hair. So I hope y'all enjoy. I hope you get something out of this video. Okay, so let's go. Let's just get straight into these tips. My very first tip for you guys is oil. The main oil that I felt like grew my hair the most over these past 2 years was peppermint oil. I put peppermint oil in my spray bottle. I put it in my hair just directly. I put it in my deep conditioner, and I even put it in my other oils. So another oil that I sometimes mix with peppermint oil is wild growth oil and black castor oil. Those three, peppermint oil, black castor oil, and wild growth oil, all those oils, I swear, have grown my hair so much. Just for a regular everyday oil, I use black castor oil, but just having peppermint oil in my spray bottle, because I spray my hair at least every day, because when I go to brush my hair up and put it in a bun, I spray it first. So that's peppermint oil getting in my hair every single day, and peppermint oil is really good for hair growth, just peppermint in general, and when you have a product with peppermint in it, it's always great for hair growth. So I've found that to be the number one thing that grows my hair. You can pretty much find those oils at any store. I think wild growth oil, you might have to go to the hair store to get it, but it's really worth it. I haven't been using wild growth oil lately, but the first year after I cut my hair, I used wild growth oil every other day, and it literally helped so much. Alright, so moving on, the next tip I have for you guys that helped me grow my hair was deep condition every single week. When I first cut my hair, I did not do this. Over time, I learned that I should deep condition my hair once a week. The reason why I say that is because deep conditioning is very necessary in giving your hair moisture. For a long time, I felt like when I tried to do a wash and go or twist out, my hair wasn't as moisturized as I wanted it to be, or it just wasn't retaining its moisture. So I found when I deep condition my hair that after I wash it, it really helps with that. Now I know it can be hard to deep condition every single week, but even if you just do it every other week, every 2 weeks, whatever, that helps either way. When I do my deep conditioning routine, my number one deep condition is the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey Lime. That deep conditioner, I swear to y'all, that deep conditioner is the best one. I've used a bunch of deep conditioners, and that one literally gets my hair the most moisturized. You can pretty much find that deep conditioner at Walmart, Sally's, the hair store, Target, anywhere. I put the deep conditioner in my hair with oil on top to seal it in, and I do it section by section, And as I'm putting the deep conditioner in, I brush my hair. So I'm detangling my hair with the deep conditioner in, just because that's when it's the easiest for my hair to be detangled. And then I just kind of twist each section up, put it in a shower cap or a plastic bag, and I sit under the dryer. And if you don't have a dryer, like at school, I don't have a dryer to sit under, so I just blow dry. I know that's ghetto, it sounds ghetto, but I just blow dry my hair to warm up the deep conditioner in my hair, and I just try to keep it warm for at least 30 minutes. Now, if you're sitting on the blow dryer, I recommend sitting on if you're sitting under the dryer, I recommend sitting under there from 30 minutes to an hour. But when I'm home, I definitely do that. I think I try to do it every single week. I think it's like been a really big help in retaining moisture in my hair. And when you retain moisture in your hair is more likely not to shed or break off or be dry. So then it helps retain the length. So while oil might be making your hair grow, you're gonna need your hair to be moisturized so it doesn't shed, if that makes sense. Because what's the point in growing your hair if it's just gonna break all off because it's dry? So then it's kind of like they're working against each other. While I'm talking about retaining length, I'm gonna go right into doing protein treatments. Now, protein treatments are different from deep conditioning treatments. Protein treatments are to make your hair stronger, and so that you have less breakage and less shedding. I find that it's best to do protein treatments at least once a month. You don't want to do protein treatments too often, because having too much protein in your hair can actually work against it. For protein treatments, I say, I don't have like a staple one, but if you really want a good one, I would just home make one, like eggs, mayonnaise, that whole thing, even though it stinks. But also they sell protein treatments, like little packets at Walmart. Those also work good. Protein treatments have also been a big thing that's helped my hair, because my hair did used to shed a lot, and whenever I started doing protein treatments, it stopped breaking off as much or shedding as much, which has helped me retain length. Now, back when I didn't know about retaining length, I was wondering why my hair wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to. But then I learned that my hair is growing, but it's breaking off as it grows. Well, I'm not gonna, like, your hair's gonna shed. It's always gonna shed. Every time you brush it or whatever, your hair's gonna shed, but you wanna keep the shedding to a minimum, the smallest amount it can be. So like I said, it's good to deep condition and it's good to do protein treatments to keep your hair moisturized and strong so that you can retain some more length. My next tip, that is a really big thing that I don't think a lot of people do, is co-washing. Now, I know people say, oh, it's nasty not to shampoo your hair, da, 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 da. But co-washing is a really good idea. Now, I do not believe in shampooing my hair every week. I know that sounds crazy, but I really don't. I probably shampoo my hair maybe once or twice a month. And the reason why I say that is because shampoo strips your hair of all its oils and it dries it out. So I recommend using co-wash, and the co-wash I use is the As I Am Cowash. I'm pretty sure that is the co-wash I use, and it's been working. I've been using it for a while now, and it's been working really great for me. It doesn't strip my hair at all, so my hair can still retain some of its moisture but get clean at the same time. It works just like shampoo. It cleans your hair and everything. It just has less harsh chemicals that can strip your hair of all its oils. You do not want that. Now, you do want to shampoo at least once or twice a month, because you need that fresh start. You need to clean your scalp. And if you want to go even further in the whole co-wash shampoo, pre-poo thing, you can use aloe or you can use vinegar to really clean your scalp, strip it of all its oils, like just like start fresh, start clean. Co-washing at least once a week, shampooing at least once a month. That is what I do, and I feel like that has also helped me retain length and help my hair grow more because I'm not constantly stripping my hair. So my next step in growing my hair is using rice water. I know you're like, ew. So I'm sure if you watch a lot of YouTube, you've heard of the rice water challenge. Last summer, I did the rice water challenge and my hair literally grew a week. My hair literally grew an inch in like 2 weeks. Like, I'm not even kidding. Rice water is really good for your hair. You should look it up. I did a lot of research on it last summer before I did the challenge. I actually made a video on it, but I deleted all my videos from last year. But I swear to you, I tracked my progress, everything on the shirt, and my hair grew a whole inch from just putting rice water in my hair every day. Now, if you do use rice water, I do not recommend doing it every day. I only did it every day for video purposes. But if you use rice water, I just recommend you doing it on your wash days, or pretty much on your wash days, because it stinks. Like, it stinks really, really bad. And on top of that, it can dry your hair out if you use it too much. So if you do use rice water, make sure you deep condition afterwards or use some type of good moisturizer afterwards, but it is really good for your hair. To make rice water, you just put some rice in a bowl with water in it and you let that literally soak overnight. You can do it 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever. The longer you let it sit there, the more you're gonna get out of the rice, but the more it's gonna smell bad. But that is definitely a good idea if you really want some fast hair growth results, is using rice water at least once a week, and your hair will literally grow like a weed. Like, also in my rice water, I put peppermint oil in there. If you want to tone down the smell, I recommend putting a few drops of peppermint oil in there, and that covers up that real stank like smell. So my next hair growth tip, and this is literally like a thing I've been doing since I was probably in like middle school. I rinse my hair with cold water. I know y'all probably like, Gabby, that don't even make sense. How does cold water help grow your hair? So cold water helps your hair because it stimulates your scalp. That's the best way I can put it. So whenever I do rinse my hair with cold water, it's typically after I've shampooed my hair, conditioned my hair, and deep conditioned my hair. When I'm ready to rinse out the deep conditioner, that's when I rinse my hair with cold water. Now, if you know you're not deep conditioning that day, then I recommend you just going ahead and rinsing your regular conditioner out with cold water. It has to be like really cold water. And if you don't want to do it, like get your body cold, just put your head in the sink, put your head over the tub, whatever you have to do. But rinse your hair with cold water. I swear by this tip, like, it literally gets your scalp stimulated, and it gets your blood in your scalp. Your blood, I don't know how to explain it. The blood in your scalp going, like, it gets your hair going. Just like whenever you use a scalp massager, it stimulates your hair. And whenever you massage your scalp with your fingers, it's the same thing with cold water. So every time I wash my hair, after I deep condition my hair, I rinse my hair with cold water. And I promise you, it has helped me grow my hair all the time. Like, years even before I went natural, I rinsed my hair with cold water. Cold water to rinse your hair, and I promise you, you'll see a difference and you'll thank me later, period. Another tip I have for you guys. Now, this is a biggie. It is a big tip, so brace yourself because you're gonna be like, what? Use grease. It's literally that simple. Put grease in your hair. Now, y'all know when we were younger, our parents used to put grease in our hair, and our hair used to be long. This was back before we was getting relaxers, honey. Our hair was growing. That's all they put in our hair was grease, nothing else. Just think about it. And then as we got older, it was like a thing not to use grease anymore. Like, your hair is greasy, you put your head on the seat, you get grease on it. Like, they used to say it can stop your hair from growing because it can just build up in your scalp, and there's all these reasons why everybody stopped using grease. But recently I discovered that grease actually helps grow your hair. I started back using grease, I think maybe 6 or 7 months ago, and I used Blue Magic, the OG, one of the OGs. And I promise you, it has helped my hair grow a lot these past few months. Like, even if you just put it on your edges, honey, it'll grow your edges back. I'm not kidding. Grease and rice water, put that on your edges, I swear they'll grow back. Even if you just massage your scalp with it, or whenever you do your twist, you put grease in your scalp, or just whenever you take down your twist, you put grease in your hands to run it through your hair. It really does help grow your hair. Like, it keeps your hair so freaking moisturized. Like, if you put grease in your hair, it's never gonna dry. It's never gonna get dry. I would just say that the only thing about grease is it is hard to get out. So once you put grease in your hair, you're gonna have to really wash it real good to get that grease out of your hair. So yes, it can clog up your scalp, but it also helps grow your hair. So I would just recommend not using grease every single day, but at least a couple days a week. And whenever you do wash your hair, wash it out good. The very last tip I have for you guys today is protective styling. Now, I know this is a tip that everybody probably says, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't protective style that often as far as like weave, wigs, or braids. But I did get braids, I think once over these past 2 years. It was like after I cut my hair, and my hair did grow a little bit. But whenever you use braids, whenever you get braids, it is really important that you keep your scalp moisturized and you oil your scalp at least daily, because if you let your scalp get dried out, then your hair is not going to be growing at all. It's just going to break off whenever you take your braids out. So that's one thing. And if you wear wigs or weave, also that's the same thing with that. If your hair is cornered back, make sure you're keeping your hair moisturized, and make sure before you get that protective style, you put oil in your hair or something in your hair to keep it moisturized while it's in that protective style. Make sure you prep your hair for the protective style. Also, my big protective style that I do, and I consider it a protective style, but some people don't, is I wear my hair in a bun. I wear my hair, if you know me, you know I wear my hair in a bun every single day. I do not wear my hair out typically. I'm just now really getting into wearing my hair out just a little bit, because my hair was short and I just felt like it didn't fit my face. I mean, it's still short, but it was like, it just didn't fit. I wore my hair in a bun from the time I cut my hair till now. That is pretty much my protective style. I just put my hair up in a bun, doing my hair, doing a twist out, whatever I'm gonna do, letting it dry, and put my hair up in a bun and just wear it in a bun all week until I wash my hair again. Whether it's a slit back or whether it's a top bun or whatever, put it up, sis. Make sure you check out my other hair videos. I have a whole natural hair playlist that I'm working on, so I'm going to put a card at the top so y'all can have a link to that playlist of my other natural hair videos. Good luck on your hair journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching as always, and bye.